The constraint is can we make enough of these and put them to good use? But, you know, again, to Elon's point, what is an economy with unlimited labor? And we've never had that before in human history. And then furthermore, we know that Elon has designs of making humanity a multiplanetary species. And actually on the next slide is a post from him on that. Becoming multiplanetary is critical to ensuing the long-term survival of humanity and all life as we know it. So we must also at some point consider the use of bots off of Earth, on the moon, on Mars, and who knows where else. So we're not constrained by just, 2 or 3 times human population. Okay, so just jumping ahead real quick to the next slide. Um, Also, I think what is happening here is that we are in the process of improving intelligence on the planet, and right now it's happening rapidly with computers. And this is a nice post by Jesse Pelton. He says the current state of compute is embarrassing. We have 50 gigawatt watts of data centers globally. We have 160 gigawatt of human compute. So he's assuming that in our brains we have 20 watts per brain, 8 billion humans. And he says humans are expensive to fuel. You can feed silicon electricity. We should have way more silicon, right? And he says global primary energy is 18 terawatts, and the sunlight hitting the Earth is a big number, 173,000 terawatts. And we're worried about zero point zero 0.05 terawatt of data centers, right? So he's saying growth will accelerate, the demand for intelligence is unlimited, and sunlight will power sentience as it always has. Right. So what he's saying here is that we're going to continue to expand intelligence. And right now, human compute on the planet is greater than the compute in data centers, but maybe not for long.
Mm. Especially if you
Right.
can get of cheap energy. And if you have bots, then the bots can probably do the solar sunlight much more of a commodity, much more cheaper to get, and then be able to build more of those
Yeah.
solar panels,
The,
batteries. It can affect everything. Yeah, just where
the
you place it.
the next chart I think is a fantastic visual. It looks at the energy used per person versus GDP per capita. And and on the left side there is a whole bunch of different countries, and the big gray dot is the world. And he's saying if we harvest just 1% of the solar energy hitting the Earth,
Yeah,
we could
this
get
over.
to that point, which is 250 times where we are today on average.
Wow. This is what is it? What did Elon refer to it as? Abundant.
Yeah. So let's bring it back then to the humanoid bots and go to the next slide. What are the implications of unlimited labor? Right, and I think the implications are absolutely profound. The other time in history we had unlimited labor was when there was slave labor. And we had things like the pyramids that were built, which today would be so cost prohibitive to consider building a pyramid